All right, let's talk about a new kind of battlefield. No bullets, no bombs, just algorithms. A digital Cold War is heating up, and you know what the weapon of choice is? Artificial intelligence.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever gotten one of those scam emails that was just so convincing, so perfectly written you almost fell for it? Well, what if the next one that lands in your inbox wasn't written by a human at all?
Okay, so let's start with the bad guys. We're going to dive into the shadows of the internet to check out a brand new generation of AI tools built for, well, one thing and one thing only: crime. And trust me, these are not your friendly neighborhood chatbots.
First up, we've got Worm GPT. You know, you can think of it like that one friend who is just a little too good at writing convincing excuses. This is the tool that seriously sent a chill down the spine of the cybersecurity world. It just spits out these incredibly believable phishing emails. You know, the fake ones designed to snatch your info, and it writes malicious code without any of those pesky ethical guardrails.
And then there's Fraud GPT. This one is literally marketed as a scammer's best friend. It's an all-in-one shop for making cybercrime super easy, even for beginners. But here's the best part. The irony is just beautiful. Reports are showing that a lot of the people who pay for Fraud GPT end up getting scammed themselves. Talk about some sweet, sweet internet karma.
So if Worm GPT was like a spark, Evil GPT is like pouring gasoline on the fire. It's sold as a one-stop hacking assistant, promising to give you malicious scripts and hacks in just seconds. This really shows how fast this whole crime-as-a-service thing is blowing up. I mean, think of it like a Netflix subscription, but for illegal hacking tools. The scary part isn't just that it exists, it's how ridiculously easy it's becoming to get your hands on it.
But this is where the story takes a turn and gets even more concerning. Because the threat is evolving. It's moving beyond just making bad code or fake emails. This new wave of malicious AI isn't just a weapon you point and shoot. Now, it's also the instructor.
So, meet Dark Mentor. This is basically an underground AI tutor. It's been trained on a massive library of leaked hacking guides, and it's designed specifically to teach criminals new tricks. I mean, that is a genuinely chilling idea, right? The AI isn't just the weapon anymore. It's actually training the next wave of soldiers.
So you've got this rising tide of malicious AI. It's getting smarter, it's getting easier to use, and yeah, it sounds pretty bleak. But listen, for every new threat, a new defense is being built. The digital battle lines are drawn, and believe me, the good guys are fighting back with some seriously powerful AI of their own.
All right, let's switch gears and meet the heroes of this story. Because the cybersecurity world is not just sitting back and watching this all happen. Nope. They are building their own AIs designed to punch back, and punch back hard.
First on the defense team is Pentest GPT. You can think of this as an AI mentor for the ethical hackers. It just methodically scans networks for any weaknesses, pinpoints the flaws, and then actually walks a human expert through fixing them step by step. For smaller security teams, this is a huge game changer.
Next up, we have Darkbird. Think of this thing as a giant searchlight for the darkest, seediest corners of the web. It's an AI that's been trained on hidden marketplaces and criminal forums, so it lets investigators trace stolen data, pick up on criminal chatter, and watch illegal activity as it's happening. For law enforcement, this is an absolutely crucial intelligence tool.
Now, for the real pros, there's Kali GPT. This AI is like a co-pilot. It merges its brainpower with the legendary Kali Linux Toolkit, which, if you don't know, is this famous set of tools security pros use to test defenses. It guides them through these incredibly complex scans. But, and this is important, it's still just a tool. It needs a skilled human in the driver's seat.
And then there's Aim Hacker, which is basically an automated bug hunter. This AI just plows through mountains of code, flags anything that looks weak or vulnerable, and can even draft up a potential fix for a developer to look at. It's amazing at finding that one tiny needle in a gigantic haystack, helping defenders work way faster. It does still have its limits with really, really complex systems, though.
So, we've got offense, we've got defense. AI versus AI. But this whole arms race is about to get much, much weirder. We're now moving past simple tools and into a future where the ideas get a little more sci-fi and the stakes get a whole lot higher. This quote really sets the stage. I mean, what happens when the very thing you're trying to catch can just change its own DNA to avoid you?
Everybody meet Blackmamba. It's an experimental piece of malware that uses AI to literally rewrite its own code every single time it runs. I mean, imagine trying to catch a sci-fi shapeshifter. That's what your normal antivirus software is up against. Now, to be clear, it's mostly a proof of concept for now, meaning it's an experiment to prove the idea can work. But wow, is it a chilling warning of what's on the horizon?
And hey, if malware that can change its own shape wasn't scary enough, think about this. What happens when attackers don't even need to build a new weapon because they can just turn our own tools against us? This trick is called Poison GPT. It's a quiet but absolutely devastating attack. Criminals corrupt a perfectly helpful AI by secretly feeding it bad information while it's still learning. The analogy is perfect. It's like tricking a master chef into thinking salt is sugar. You end up with an AI you trust that, under just the right conditions, gives you dangerously wrong or even malicious answers. But look, this is not a one-sided fight. Even as these futuristic threats are starting to pop up, the good guys are already adapting. They're developing new shields to protect AI from the inside out.
And that brings us to something called GPT Shield. It's still new, but it's an evolving technology designed specifically to protect AI models from these malicious prompts and data poisoning attacks. And this, right here, is the next phase of the whole conflict. It's AI actively defending other AI from being turned into a weapon.
So what does this all add up to? Here's the bottom line. We are witnessing the very beginning of a new arms race. It's this rapid-fire cycle where a new AI attack is developed, which triggers a new AI defense, which then inspires an even smarter attack. Both sides are leveling up at an absolutely blinding speed.
Which, of course, leaves us with one last big question. In a future where these artificial intelligences are just locked in a constant digital war, who really wins? And maybe, just maybe more importantly, who gets caught in the crossfire?